Hello, welcome back to the Happy Hut and the channel. I'm Neil, and this video is all about something I bought 3 months ago, and it's this. It's the DJI mic, and it's not cheap, and I bought it with my own money, but it was the money that I earned on YouTube here, so thank you for watching these videos. And I've been using this pretty much every other day for the 3 months. I've made a couple of videos that are on the channel in the description down below, where I take the DJI mic out and about in Brighton to show what it's like vlogging, and another video where I go through as many features of the DJI mic as possible. Did I mention that it's wireless? So this microphone is sending my voice over to you now without any cords or cables, which really makes filming vlogs in particular much more easy. But 3 months ago when it arrived, I got the camera out and I filmed the experience, and you can see just the whole process of what happens when you buy this for the first time. Links are down in the description if you want to buy one, and also for those other videos going into a bit more detail about how it sounds and what it's like to use. But let's open it up. This is how it arrives. You can hear me now currently on the microphone, the onboard microphone for my Sony ZV-1 or ZV-1 camera. So it's not sounding that great until I plug in this bad boy. Let's get rid of this terrible audio by seeing what's inside. So there's a nice box of bits on top, and then underneath. This is what we're talking about. It doesn't quite convey on the videos I've seen quite how small this is. A compact form factor. It's just a small size. So this is what the case looks like, and there is a USB-C charging port there. Shall we open it up? Oh my goodness, this is so nice. And look, they're lighting up. This is how one transmitter looks. And I'm tempted to do the Casey Neistat, Van Neistat thing of defacing it. I want to get my black marker pen and colour in this logo just to tone it down a little. So I might do that later on camera. We have the magnetic, wow, it's really strong. So you've got the magnetic, I can't get it off. So there's the magnetic dongle that you can put this behind clothing. Let me do this with a microfiber cloth. It's not very elegant, is it? Pretend that's my shirt. Maybe that should be my shirt. It just clips on like that, and it's fairly strong. I'm used to those magnets, of course, with the mount for my DJI Action 2, and you can use the Action 2 mount if you ever want to use that for holding in place. And is that the right width? Look at that. Hang on. Oh, look at that. Now that is stylish design. Look, it fits exactly the DJI Action 2 mount. That's incredible. There's a flashing green and red lights, and I think that will be changed when I do my firmware updates. I think I can dim those. This is the receiver, and we get the attachments. So I think I'm going to try out plugging it into my Action 2. Also, I'll tell you what I should do. I should clip this to me. Right, so I'm now going to switch over to this DJI transmitter, which hopefully that red light means it's recording. So hello, can you hear me? I'll just unzip. So we are now on the DJI mic being recorded internally, and this is the other mic. So that's why we've got a 2 mic setup and you can't see one of the mics. And there's a handy arrow, so I'll just follow those arrows. And then to switch this on, I guess it's the on button. There we go. Oh my goodness. English. And then I'll put in the date, but the date is already in. That's a very nice user experience, DJ. Oh no, that's the wrong date. But it's actually 1 day behind. Oh yeah, look, it's 4 in the morning. Let's take that back to 20, and there we go. And I can see from here that what you're hearing right now is what I'm recording. So I'm actually recording on mic number 2, and this is mic number 1. Should I put mic number 1 back in the box? And I'm recording in mono. So I'm recording on both tracks with my one microphone. Let's put it into my DJI Action 2, and obviously I will need my second screen because you can't plug it straight into an Action 2. Let's turn it on. Yes, so I'll put this screen on so you can see what I can see. Hello, here I am. I've got my hat on because it's really cold. Let's just plug it in, see what happens. So I've no idea if you can hear me right now, but I'm hoping that you're hearing me. And what's really interesting that's happened is that I've got the mic in the box down here, and I've got mic 2 clipped to me, and look, it has detected that we are just doing a mono recording of microphone number 2. And if I lift this out of the box, let's see what happens. Interesting. I thought this would come to life when I lifted it out of the box, but it didn't. Let's put it back. So I guess it's charging. Let's lift it out again, see what happens. Right, so the second microphone has come on, and you should be hearing a mono mix of the two microphones. So if I tap this mic, I'm hoping you can hear that in the edit. I have never been able to get a mic to work with my Action 2. This is a very exciting moment for me to actually have an onboard mic that records for my Action 2. This is going to come in so useful. What isn't so great is that there is this gap here, which I guess you need. It needs to have some space to allow for larger cases, maybe the bulkier, the metal cages, so that's thoughtful, but it does mean that when you're on the regular camera, there's this big gap, and there is a bit of wobble and a bit of play. I could go out into the night. Should I just go out into the night? So, wow, this is the first time. I was expecting to plug this microphone straight into my Sony ZV-1 camera, which I will do in a moment, but this is what it's like. So I'm out, it's night time, look, there's the full moon. We have dropped down to the one single microphone on mono mode, which is great. So let's go back into the, this is just so good to be, for you to be hearing me properly, and for me to not be tethered to this camera with a big old adapter. This is so much more elegant. We have a lovely bag, and we've got two mini dead cats, mini dead kittens, and someone complained on my channel when I said that, but I work in the TV industry and they are dead cats. That's just what we call them. TRS to TRS plug, although I think I'll use my Rode curly one because it looks nicer. What I did wonder, because everyone's complaining that there's no storage for this, you've got to use a bag to carry this around or else it's useless. I was wondering, is there space in the lid to store this? I don't think there is, because look, that fits really snugly, but shall I just try it anyway, just see what happens. This isn't going to work. And then there's a really nice USB-A to USB-C plug, so you can either charge it in here or you can charge the microphone directly just here, like that. There's a clip here to sit it on the cold shoe of the camera that I'm currently on. I've had to look up on YouTube how to do this, and what I didn't realise was this really does bend all the way back, and it really feels like you're going to snap it. And then you slide in through the arrow, I'm going to push this in, it really feels like I'm going to snap it. This is not a good feeling. I really feel like I'm going to snap this hinge. Anyway, so it clips in there, and then you've got a really firm clip. This can now clip onto your cold shoe mount. I'm going to face it this way so I can see the levels. And now I can just push it in this way. It does not, oh my goodness. The plasticiness does not feel like the $300 that I spent on it. But that is on the cold shoe mount now. I can see that TX2, which is this microphone here, that is recording. So that is quite reassuring that if that light isn't on, at least I'll know from here. I now have the DJI mic receiver plugged into my Sony ZV-1 camera, and I'm using the Rode TRS cable just because I like the funky red and the coil, but it does look a bit inelegant, doesn't it? That's like rabbit ears on top of my camera. So maybe the DJI mic lead is best, but I'll leave it there like that for now. So we've got the DJI mic firmware, and I will also download the transmitter firmware. That's a separate file. The address to get these downloads is dji.com/mic/downloads, and that link is down in the description. I now have to take off, obviously, the receiver. It says that I connect the transmitter to the computer using the USB-C cable. I've got that. So I'll plug that in. I've dragged the firmware update into the F drive on the receiver, and now it says updating, and that's it, that's updated. I'm now going to update the mic by plugging in the USB-C cable, and then I've got a really handy USB port over there. Plug it in. I've got a link in the description if you want a hub like this for your desk. The F drive has appeared. So this mic has appeared on my PC as an F drive, and I'm going to get that bin file that's marked TX for transmitter and drag it over to the F drive. And it looks like it's transferred almost instantly. It's doing all kinds of light show business. Well, I guess it's updating, and maybe that's why it's flashing red and green alternately. And now it's showing solid green, so that's looking reassuring. It was surprisingly easy to update the firmware, and I really recommend you do that if you do choose to buy one of these. The link to buy one of these is down in the description, and I've got 2 other review videos to show you what it sounds like and what it's like to use on a day-to-day basis out and about on the streets in Brighton. Those videos are there. Thank you for being awesome with the thumbs up and the subscribe button, and good luck with your camera audio.